Welcome in. I love watching you guys in chat. Welcome into an amazing live coming your way. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Nothing But Love. I know Crystal's here. I just answered you. Welcome on in. Hi, Colleen. So, I know that I promised you information on Brandy, which I'm going to do next. I may even do it tonight. I may move it up. It depends. But I first wanted to bring you this information because I think it is important to show and get it out there. I put on as the title here. Where is it? This. And I'm going to show you what I noticed, which I don't remember if I pointed this out before, but I think that this in Don Wells's video and in Don Wells's picture is important enough to show it again, because now a hole in the ground and a hole to a tunnel or a well, any kind of a hole, to me is something that someone can use to take a child and get them just gone, just a got gone child. So I want to bring this to you first. Yes, I did watch Crystal. I did watch Brandy's video. I don't know if she had a sling on her arm, but Jesus help us is right. So no, because her arm actually is free. It doesn't. It's freed. It's not stuck in there. You know what I mean? It moves. It's not. You see her arm. So this is what I mean. She doesn't have a sling. And the reason, I'm talking about her, and I always say that it's not about them, blah, 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 is because this gives me a great opportunity when I go over this to show you what deep fake means and how I use the information to tell you about the missing children. There's a lot going on here. And that will be next. But right now, this is what I'm bringing you is about Summer Moon Wells' direct information. For those that don't know Summer Moon, because I know there's a lot of people that are new, Summer Moon Wells is a child that went missing June 15th, allegedly, 2021. And that was the day that basically it was, I would say it's on the 16th that she really took over my purpose and my direction and what I'm doing in my life. And this little girl, I see, whoever she is, represents all of the victims. So the voices that I call the children's voices that are under the tunnels, that when I hear them, they echo as if they're far, far away. And but the voices are very clear. The voice, it seems very clear, but yet it's coming from a far distance. But when I hear the children, I feel like their voice is traveling a far distance, like in a tunnel. So when I hear these children's voices, I see a tunnel like this. This here comes from Don Wells's social media. This is his Facebook. And this is his property. When you're looking at the house and you look out towards the where that container is, this is where the hole is. So let me open this up just a little bit, and then I'm going to try to grab the other photos. This here came from the interview room, but it originally is from Don Wells. So for the authorities, this is coming from Don Wells's video. And this here is right on his property. You see, if this is something that the authorities missed and they didn't look for this, I would say go back. Right? Right here. Look what's back here. These are boxes. This here is what's behind Summer Moon. This situation here is the Summer Moon Wells missing children situation. So help me God. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you guys hear what I'm saying? The images that are being shown here, especially here, right behind his property, needs to be discussed with the authorities. These are getaways. These are getaways. And authorities, because I will be telling you to watch this video, I explain things way better when it's on the video. This is right on Don Wells's social media. And you could get this exact information from his social media. This comes straight from the horse's mouth. You see, he has always had the answers. I said in the beginning of when Summer Moon Wells went missing that all the answers are within the social media of Don and Candace's Facebook, TikToks, whatever you want, YouTubes, whatever you wanted to look at. But really, they were mostly on TikToks and YouTubes. I'm sorry, Facebook. Right? Here, right here, are the holes. Now that hole is obvious. The hole that you see to the left is the one that's on top of his property. Now follow me. On top of his property by his house. So what I'm showing you to the left, right, is this one. The one that comes from the top of the property. He always showed that box. Always. Always, always. And when he shows, meaning Don Wells, shows the bottom of the property, they always show that blue thing. Sometimes it had spray paint on it, and sometimes it didn't. This here is also a hole. So there is a hole at the top of his property, and there's a hole at the bottom of his property. There's the wood that he insisted on bringing down. I don't know if it was the day of or the day after, but maybe he was covering up the hole. See, there's a lot of information that Don Wells shared with everybody. Don Wells and Benny Keys and Dolly and Molly and Tiffany, Bullhorn Betty, Olivia, Justin Farrell, JLR, Don B. They all shared a lot of information that is the same. And if you look back at their videos, this picture here, you have every one of the people that I just mentioned have this shot in their video, and I called it the deep fake. So you have Benny Keys, all of them I just mentioned, every one of them have this same information. And I call it the deep fake, but what's under it is the truth. Yes, the holes. Welcome in, Stephanie. Nothing but love. Those are the holes that I call the tunnels, and they just get taken. And these are real. Everything that Don showed in his videos told Summer Moon Wells a story. Nothing stayed consistent. Nothing stayed consistent. This hole needs to be found. I can't go find it. I'm not the authorities. I have no right to go look for this. But this isn't a deep fake. Somebody wanted to show the hole up on top and then the hole on the bottom. And anyone that followed this story knows that this shot, this particular video shot, was one of the most popular ones on YouTube, with all of the same people that I mentioned. They were all there. All of them were there. Bullhorn Betty, Molly, Benny, covering the same information. The other person, the other station that had information like this, I'm going to look to see if I can find her pictures. She showed in her videos, and it showed this information. I don't think I could pull that up. I might look for that afterwards. Let's see. Molly, Molly, Molly. Molly Horn. Molly. Molly did so much stuff with Bullhorn Betty that they were at the shed. They were a lot of places. But this here is the most common photo, as well as this. What I'm teaching you guys, I'm teaching you something so you could do this while you watch their videos. Look at the information that they place within the video. This here was a common shot, but anyone that paid attention, and the reason it's important, you guys, is because anytime someone puts time and energy into a deep fake that is covering the truth, they're guilty. Between the hole in the ground and this, which is all in the same video, there are a handful of different shots that you could only change it if you're changing it within the video to cover something up. If you look at this picture and then you compare it to this, that canoe, this is supposed to be the same house with the same information. So when they put up the mattress, that doesn't change. Where the dogs go, but it does. Nothing matches, you guys. Nothing matches. That chimney, when I gave a reading in the beginning, my readings were really good. I told you guys yesterday that I'm really good at what I do. I am. I said, you need to bust that chimney down and see what is going on behind it. So the next time we saw this here, let me point it out. This here, this is important. And this, all of this, but this section was covered by cement and by a mattress. This section right here is that section. So when I say that the authorities really need to bust this chimney down, I wasn't kidding. Seriously. Gigi, anyone know if Lori saw the video that surfaced of Trish 14 years ago? Wants to change her name to Harmony, saying we need to get back to the earth. No. But pay attention to this. Really pay attention to what is going inside that hole and how the hole changes. The hole meaning this. as well as this area. This. This is the Summer Moon Wells case, you guys. The information, again, that was shown in the beginning is the strongest bit of evidence ever given in the Summer Moon Wells case. Crystal, you see a face. Might be there. You know, spiritually, I see information. Spiritually, I see the story, right? Spiritually, I know that the Wells are telling the story, but that doesn't matter because that doesn't bring justice. What brings justice is when the authorities would look at this and be like, yeah, someone's fucking with this shit. Like, in order to really change the holes in the house there, you need to have a reason for it, right? And they have a reason for it. Everything that they showed in their first videos told you the story. There's the equipment in the window. And there's the equipment coming out of the hole. And then they close it up with cement. Over to your right, they close it up with cement and they add greenery. As they added greenery to the left. Deep fake or not. Deep fake or not, this whole situation is wrong. Because it doesn't match and it makes no sense. As this, in the very, very, very same video, Don Wells is telling you that they're moving Summer's information, that they are moving the evidence. Do you see what I'm saying in this picture? Here it comes. Evidence number 1. This little guy that's coming in and out of Don's shed moves during the video. You guys, this is the same video. It's in the door. It's on the side of the door. But it moves. It's telling the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Things like this do not change in the middle of a video unless they're trying to tell somebody information about Summer. I have hundreds of examples just like this. Summer Moon Wells' case is filled with this information. What they did to her is what they did to Michael Vaughn. What they did to her and what I believe, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 here. All of this is allegedly And all of this is for entertainment or educational purposes only. So take it with a grain of salt. You need to take this with a grain of salt, because I'm showing you what I believe to be true, what I have been told. Don Wells and Candace, I believe, as well as this lady, know what happened. This video is completely messed with. This video is all deep fake. All deep fake. Just as Summer Moon Wells' videos are all deep fake. Yes, abortions. Crystal, correct. Now this, I'm going to flip over to this, because I'm going to show you something urgent that goes with Summer Moon. I told you that I follow these groups. I'm bringing this up because it goes with the deep fake. It goes with what I'm showing you tonight. It fits in perfectly. Who is this, Lori? This person right here is one of the families that I follow. One of the families that I follow. I'll look it up. I have a whole file on her. But this shows you right here what I'm talking about. When I say deep fake, they're using, not they, somebody is using other people's channels. Oh, the Stew fam. This is who this is. The Stew fam. They have a lot of subscribers. But when I talk about deep fake and I talk about layering, this is a perfect example of what they did with Summer. The girl with the closed eye was Brandy. This is Brandy. It doesn't look like her, but it is. It's not her. It's Brandy in her video. So this is what is called a deep fake. Because I show the information that is on top, and then to the best of my ability, I show you what's on the bottom. We don't know who this gal is. I do. I do. She's a victim that speaks to me. I know who this is. It's a victim that asked for me to show you her in the video. This person is between the frames of what I call the deep fake. And there is a massive sacrifice here. There are major sacrifices that go on with each delivery of all these kids, with each abortion, with each miscarriage. A lot of them. Many of them have miscarriages, and many of them get pregnant over and over and over again. But this is what I see in their videos. This is the girl that I said had a hole in her head. This is the video that I see stuff like this. These are children. These are channels. This is a child. The child looks completely torn apart. Everything is allegedly. I don't know anything is fact. I give you information the way that I see it, and all I'm giving you is my opinion. That's it. And I'm trying to give you images that match my opinion. This is what I'm showing you. That beneath faces like that, faces like this, when their eyes do something strange, is where I go in and get my image that's between the frames. And it's not the same person. This is the video where there is a hole in her head. This, my friends, is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This stuff is really happening. That is not the back of a normal head. This is not the back of a normal head. This is not a normal head. Do you guys see it? How is it that this is completely shown on video and not flagged by authorities? This is the stuff that I call science projects. Science projects. I see this all the time. I see these wires. I see this mesh. I see these thin wires all the time. They're all over Summer Moon. They're all over every victim. All the victims have these things hanging out of them, especially from the eye. This is a hole in the head. This is a science project. This is a science project. I don't know how else to tell you that. But this is really, really clear. It's the clearest. This is the clearest that I have seen it. And I talk about these things. I say they use these victims as science projects. Well, welcome to the new normal. Welcome to the new normal. And these channels are being paid 6 figures every year to be the deep fake, to cover it up. Now, I don't know if they're part of it. That's not my problem. My problem is that I need to show it in order for someone like the government, maybe if they can, look at it. Because the whole entire video shows the victim within these circumstances, a blood and science project. And that's what I see. So again, I am not saying that this chick is going through it. What I'm telling you is I see Summer Moon Wells. I see every image within her video that we saw in Summer Moon Wells' video. Hands down, 110 fucking percent, in my opinion, there's no difference between what you're looking at here and what I've been showing you since day one of Summer Moon, from her very, very, very first video of her in the car. This, you guys, is Summer Moon in her car. Here's Summer Moon in her car. Here's what you're looking at. The victims in the hospital. This, my friends, is a match. This here are the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is Summer Moon in her car. Do you know how many times that these spirits have to show this information? Almost every day. For almost 4 years. And not one channel, not one interviewer, not one news whatever gives a fuck. You cut the lighting. Michelle, cut the lighting. Here, the next one. Do you see it better in this one? This is Summer. And this is Summer. So these are all Summers. This is what came out of Summer Moon's pictures in the car. This here, they're side by side. Let me see if I could take the lighting down for you. Brightness. Okay, brightness, take out. Here's Summer. I took the brightness out. Is that a little better? Here's Summer. Oh, yeah. It is better when I take the bright out. You're right. And here's this one. Let me crop it. Thank you for saying that. You are 100% correct. It's way better. Let me crop the child. See if I could make the coloring any better. Okay. So here's this is what I see as the child. And I see this as a Summer match. Like that. that summer. And they're always little like this. This is how I see them. Remember, I'm always like, there's a big one, there's a small one, there's a smaller one, there's a teeny one, and there's a teeny one. Well, this is what I'm talking about. And the children are in there. And now, not everyone is going to see it because not everyone's going to see it. I don't know why, but they don't. It's not good for you guys to see it. Summer Moon gave us a lot of information. Her videos and her pictures gave us a lot of information. And all of these victims have the same information. Kylie Rodney, same information. They show the same clues. They show the equipment. Don Wells shows it right in his windows. He always did. He always did. He showed this information. This little summer moon comes from the families that I follow. This summer moon came from Don Wells and Candace's night. I mean, Benny Keys and Candace, when they were swimming, at the hotel. Casey Anthony, I wish would talk to since she's back around. I can't get anyone to talk to me. They're afraid. But this is why I always showed stuff like this. You know, in time, as time keeps ticking, it doesn't look it all looks the same. And these victims, I see beneath the deep fake. These victims are part of these science projects. I mean, this is a science project. You guys, it is. So, you guys have to keep your eyes out, you know, and your ears open. You know, today the information that came out on Brian Kohlberger, you guys, I told you guys there were 7 people, that there were 3 people missing, that there were 7 of them, not 4. Well, they have 3 people's DNA that they don't know who it is. They have no idea. They're not Brian Kohlberger's DNA. It's not Brian Kohlberger's DNA. 3 other people. So what I'm going to do is I will end this video with the reason that I posted this video. I'm ending it with Summer Moon Wells's hole in her property that shows on the top of the property and then ends on the bottom of the property. This information, let me show the other piece, as well as copy that information all the way down the left hand side, those white boxes with the trim, I believe need to be investigated. This and that hole right by this box that he couldn't stop showing in every video. Every video. That is the purpose of tonight's presentation. To show you guys what to watch for, what to look for, because what you're looking at are clues. Clues that are being given to us in order to bring justice to the children. That's what we're doing here. It's all for them. The answers are right in front of us. I'm going to keep showing it. And I'm going to keep showing you how the deep fake covers the story of the missing children. Next time I come on, I will go over a brandy. This was critical though, and I need to keep this separated. So it's a standalone. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Muffin Top, we missed you. Wherever you are, I hope you're good and safe and having an amazing night. For now, you guys, good night. Have an excellent morning if you're first getting up, or have a great rest of your night. Good night, guys.